Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Stop Waffling MMA. I took about a week break. I wasn't able to do the Sean O'Malley recap like I wanted to, and I wasn't able to do what was the last fight night? Am I stupid? It was Brian Battle. What was the last fight night? Wait, I'm joking. Wait. One sec. I just remember not really caring about it too much. The fight night's so bad I can't type board type. God, it's a new low, man. I can't remember the fight that just happened 2 days ago. How sad that shit is, bro. Um, but yeah, basically, since I wasn't able to make a recap or any videos for the past week or two because I've been taking care of a new dog that me and my family just got, I've also been working hard, school, working out. I've just been kind of busy and focusing on myself recently. But like I said, YouTube is something I want to do, and I want to have my opinion out there. So, yeah, I want to make a commitment. I like I'm gonna make this video, and then hopefully I won't have to make another one of these because I'll just be consistent and good on my grind. So yeah, hoping this is a one-time thing. If I do have to do this again, yeah, it kind of sucks, but I like making long videos, and this will most likely be a long video because I'm covering everything from the Ultimate Fighter to Pantoja to the O'Malley rematch recap to just all the recaps. So in terms of the O'Malley card, I did I'm pretty sure I predicted every fight from Gamrot to O'Malley. I got 5 out of 8, I believe. Here, let me check. Yeah, I got. Oh, I actually did a lot better than I thought. I got 6 out of 8. So I got Kevin Holland and Gilbert wrong. On the contrary, I was actually really close to getting Gilbert right. JDM showed great grappling. That's what I didn't expect from him. JDM's usually weird. Like he makes a bunch of weird decisions. He just does a bunch of weird stuff on the ground, and he has a really good boxing style, which I like from him. But I didn't expect that. This is a breakout performance. If he showed us he's top five, and I know it's old Gilbert Burns. Oh, Bilal Muhammad beat him and all that. JDM, like not many people can still grapple with Gilbert Burns. JDM not only grappled with him, he outstruck him, he beat him. He was able to get out of takedowns. He was able to defend takedowns, and he was able to counter off takedowns. That's something we see a lot of people defend takedowns. We see a lot of people be able to get up fast. We don't see a lot of people being able to counter out of takedowns. He was doing knees consistently. Every time they got up, he found a good shot. Very impressed, and yeah, give him Shavkat. I think that's a great fight. I'm taking JDM in that fight, to be honest, or at least I think so. I have to do more research, but so far I'm taking JDM. Here, let's go in order from the fights with RDA and Gamrot. Easy, Gamrot decision. I chose Gamrot decision. I thought it would be a lot easy. RDA looks pretty good. RDA looked pretty good in the first round. I'm pretty sure he rocked him like hard. I don't remember exactly, but he's on sauce. Like he's on the juice. A lot of people are. Everybody looks like it right now with Usada gone. He should not be looking at like that at his age against Gamrot. He should not be looking like that. He's on the sauce 100%, and I'm fine with that. If everybody's on the sauce, then it's a fair fight, right? Completely fine with that. Macy Chasson versus wait, no, Macy Barber versus Chasson. I'm stupid. Why am I saying Chasson? I'm thinking of the Tybora fight, bro. I'm telling you, man. Like I'm trying to get back into this, but it's weird. Chikagian versus Macy Barber. Thank you. Um, Macy Barber. I chose decision. I thought it would be pretty easy. Chikagian just went through family trauma for the most, to my knowledge. I'm pretty sure She had a miscarriage, right? I'm pretty sure she had a miscarriage. My condolences, obviously. Miscarriage is horrible. No one deserves to go through that. Let me make sure. Let me just make sure I'm not waffling on about nothing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, two miscarriages. That's crazy. That's like I said, my condolences. You should never have to go through that. It's a horrible thing. But I just in terms of fighting, it's a big thing. So Joe's Macy Barber decision. I didn't really like Chikagan coming into this, even if she was like looking good in training camp, if all the stuff didn't happen to her, but it's just the added on fact that she hasn't fought in a while and what she's been through. I don't think her main concern would be the fight game, so I chose Macy Barber. Better wrestling, and a lot more power in my opinion. Yeah, I just thought it was a really easy pick. I went her decision because you don't really see any finishes in female fights usually. It was a pretty good fight, pretty entertaining. They're not usually entertaining. No disrespect, I guess, but yeah, pretty easy pick. Curtis Blades versus Gelton Almeida. I picked Curtis. I didn't really believe in Curtis, if I'm being completely honest. I didn't believe in him, but I picked him because I don't like Almeida. No one likes Almeida. PFL. Make him fight in Make him fight Ngannou in PFL. I'm fine with that, bro. Get him out of here. I don't want to see him here no more. He tried ruining the heavyweight division, and Curtis Blades put a stop to that. I think first round did Almeida had full control the whole round. How many punches did he throw? Two, two, one. I don't. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if someone told me he threw zero punches when having about 4.5 minutes of control. I wouldn't be surprised. But I chose Curtis Blades' decision, and he got a second round knockout. I think, if I remember correctly, Almeida was holding on to a double leg, and Curtis Blades just hammer fisted to the side of his head, putting him out. I'm sorry. I was so happy about that. It was just great. It was just great. Curtis Blades versus Aspinall. Do it again. I didn't get Aspinall ruined his knee. He messed up his knee in the first fight. We didn't get an actual conclusion to that. Let's run it back. Let's run it back. Aspinall needs to fight. The Jones fight's not going to happen. Jones is dodging. Oh, another thing. Yeah, the interaction. Like I said, we're going to update on everything. The interaction they had, I hate it, bro. People were glazing John. I saw a poll that said it gave you four options. I think it was: is John Jones insecure and scared? Is John Jones strong and confident? And then vice versa for Aspinall. And the main option was John Jones just so strong and confident that he can beat him that he just pushed Aspinall's hand away from him. I'm like, bro, no. Aspinall came up to you was like, hey, can we do a face off? Just a little picture. Jones was like, nah, nah, fuck all that. Let's not do this, because it could promote the fight. They could use that for the fight. It could promote it, and it could definitely indicate that Jones would have to fight Aspinall later down in the future. So I think it's pretty clear why he said no to the face-off, why he didn't let him put his hands on him, and he's not going to take the fight. He said, "Oh yeah, hopefully we can get that fight down in the future." No, you're going to fight Stipe. Well, Stipe's going to be 45 by the time you fight him. You'll probably do one more fight, and that'll probably be like fucking Volkov. If Volkov wins his next fight, you're going to take the easy way out. We know you are. Stop trying to give us this. Oh, maybe in the future we'll fight. Maybe in the future. He's the interim champ. It's not, hey, you hold on to the interim belt, and then let me get two more fights in so I can retire. No, it's you wanted to pull out of Madison Square Garden. Aspinall stepped in. He earned his shot. He earned his shot. He took a short notice fight. So did Pavlovich, but he took a short notice fight, and y'all are gonna fight. It's interim champ versus champion. Like it's how everything goes. and I need this. I need to see this fight. I need to see John Jones hopefully get knocked out. You know, he's a wife beater. He hit and ran a pregnant lady. He's a cheater of the sport. People are saying, "Oh, he's such a good guy. He's such a good guy." No, nah, get him the fuck out of here, bro. I don't need that shit. But moving on. Yeah, Curtis Aspinall too. Fuck it. Yeah, run it back. You know, Jones isn't gonna fight until maybe November, and which would be actually wouldn't that be kind of crazy? That's like a year and a half out or some shit like that. I believe he came back January or December of January last year, December year before that. I could be completely off on that. I just know it was either very early in the year or very late in the year. So either way, he's been out for a long time. I don't want Aspinall being out waiting for the John Jones versus Stipe and then having to go through another camp or another few months of Jones, you know, training. I want him to fight Curtis. I'm fine with him defending his interim belt, and yeah, that's completely fine with me. Like, keep him active. This is the one time I'll say it. Keep him active. Moving on to Yan versus Song Yadong. I went Yan decision. I put a lot of decisions on here because that's how fights are usually. And Yan doesn't really knock people out. Like, yeah, he has great boxing. So does Song Yadong. Song Yadong has good wrestling and he has a good chin. I chose Yan. I thought his boxing would be better. I thought his ground control would be better. And yeah, obviously 2-1 Yan. I think he lost the first round and then he won the third and second pretty convincingly. Third was close, and then I believe Young got a takedown late, control time and stuff, and he just landed better shots throughout the fight. Yeah, Yan decision. He called out Cheeto. I don't want that. On him versus probably Cejudo, or you can even run it back with Corey. I know. I said give Umar Corey, but I don't want Umar to fight Corey anymore. I think he loses. He hasn't fought contender yet. Give Umar to Cejudo, which might sound crazy considering I'm saying no to Corey, but I think Corey's a harder fight than Cejudo. And we'll just run back Corey versus Yan. Or give Yan the winner of Figueiredo Garbrandt for a title shot. I think it'll be Figueiredo, but it's Garbrandt. We'll see. All things considered, like, what do you want him to do? Like, who do you want Yan to fight? He's in a weird situation where he doesn't deserve a title shot. Oh no, he doesn't deserve to like fight for the title. And who are you going to give the title shot to? Because people, even if Jan wins, there's still people above him like Marab. You know, it's like he's in a weird situation. The two losses he took in his career, and then it was just really weird. Unfortunate for him, but I'm sure he'll find a way. He had a pretty convincing win against Song Yadong. He looked good. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed. I didn't think he still had that motivation in him too much, and I thought Song Yadong he's a beast, stamina. But I went with my gut. I trusted Jan. And yeah, perfect pick. Him decision. Moving on to the Kevin Holland versus MVP fight, because I already did JDM Gilbert. I chose Kevin Holland submission round 2. Yeah, I slept on MVP. 1000%. I lost $10 betting with my friend on that fight. Kevin Holland's weird. Because it's like, he could be really good if he wants to, but it doesn't feel like he wants to, you know? It feels like he's content where he is, being the stepping stone and getting money. Hell, I'd be fine with being a stepping stone and getting money too. Especially for him. He's getting lots of money. He's losing, and he's still on pay-per-view like cards. He's still on the main cards pay-per-views, featured fights. So honestly, I chose him submission, MVP. His in and out movement, he's amazing to watch. He had a lot of trips on him. I know he did point karate to my knowledge. I think something like that. I don't know if it was point. It might have just been regular, but now obviously karate's turned more into point karate at a competitive level. And he just did great against Kevin Holland. I didn't think he would be that good. I thought Kevin Holland would be able to expose him at least a little bit. But at the end of the day, I think MVP, he's a top contender. He has the skill for it. He's not beating Usman or Chimaev or any wrestler for that means. But if it's a stand-up fight, I'm taking him over a lot of people. The Wonderboy fight, I want to see it. Fight night main event. You, I'd be fine with MVP versus Wonderboy as a co-main, depending on the pay-per-view. It's like it's just an entertaining fight. MVP's really good. I want to see him fight Wonderboy. I don't think there's many other fights to give him. You're not going to give him Neil Magny. You're not going to give him anyone outside the rankings. You're not going to give him JDN or Shavkat. It's like I think Wonderboy's the option. I know people were saying Wonderboy versus Colby. Now that the whole Colby and Ian Gary thing's going on, I prefer that. I already preferred that fight a month ago when it was in talks. I just think it's a good fight. So MVP, Wonderboy, you can't do the Brazil card, so maybe do 302, not co-main, maybe the feature prelim. Because I think 302 is International Fight Week, to my knowledge. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of liking this. I'm kind of liking MVP. I wasn't excited at first. I thought he would kind of get destroyed, out wrestled. But I can see him actually fighting for a title if you do your matchups right. If you don't do your matchups right, he's getting nowhere close. But if you do your matchups, let's say he wins against Wonderboy, and let's say Ian Gary somehow wins against Covington. Ian Gary, MVP, title shot eliminator. I'm taking MVP. Like obviously, recency bias. I'm gonna take MVP. I think he's been great. But it's also just how Ian Gary's looked recently. I didn't like his performance against Jeff Neal. I thought Jeff Neal could have easily won that if he wanted to. Jeff Neal literally did nothing, and it was still a split decision. It's like, no, it's Ian Gary's overrated. He gets hit a lot, and he's one of the most hated people in the community now, and I'm fine with that. I think he deserves to be after what he did to Jeff Neal in terms of like outside the octagon stuff, and I just don't think he's the best fighter that he says he is. It's just he's cringe. He's annoying. I'm cringe, but I'm not actively talking shit to a bunch of fighters, being like, "I'm better than you. I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna put your mugshot on a T-shirt just to go in the octagon and not fight him." And barely won a split decision when the guy threw like 20 punches. Like, he's just overrated. I don't like him. Moving on to Poirier versus Benoit. I picked Poirier knockout, fourth round. Obviously, it happened in the second round. I thought Benoit could have won a 10-8 in the first round. But going into it, a lot of people were saying, like, it was weird. Because he clearly had staph infection. I said he had staph infection on my predictions. I chose Poirier because of the staph infection. And now when he says, "Hey guys," after he loses, he's like, "Hey guys, I have staph." Everybody's like, "Oh, no, you didn't have staph. You were just burned out because you used all your energy in the first round." That may be true, but he had staph. You don't know how he could have fought if he didn't have staph. He said the reason I went all out in the first round was because I had staph, and no matter what, I wouldn't be able to make it to the fourth or championship rounds. He wanted to get the fight done early. He knew that the more the fight went on, he just wouldn't have the same gas take. He wouldn't have the same chance. And Poirier showed it. He knocked him out. Like I said, I chose knockout. I actually did really good on this card, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, Poirier knocked him out. Poirier still showed he's top of the division. I knew he was still top. The thing about Poirier is that even when he's a good fighter that like even when you get knocked out, even when you lose, he's still the same level of fighter as he was when he was winning. Hell, maybe even better. He looked great in that fight. Well, at least second round. First round, fuck no, 10-8'd. But second round, man, he looked great in that fight. And I liked his boxing a lot. And he's been tweeting him and Makachev. I think they've been going back and forth for like a title fight. No, no, you're not in line to get a title fight to being Benoit number 13. Yes, Benoit's good. Yes, he's proved he's top 10 after that performance. No, he does not warrant you a title fight. He beat Matt. His best win was Matt Frevola and Bonfim. You don't get a title fight to that, especially if you had staff. It's not how it works. Especially if Gaethje hasn't gotten a title fight and he knocked you off a head kick already. So I think what we do, right, is we either do loser of Armin Oliveira or loser of Max and Gaethje. If Max decides to stick around, or if Gaethje decides, hey, I lost, it's time for me to retire. I'm not going to get a title shot no more. It is what it is. I don't think he will do that, but Poirier and Gaethje are at a moment where if they don't feel like they're getting a title shot, I think they'll retire. So I'm like I said, I'm fine with Poirier against loser of Oliveira Armin or loser against Gaethje Holloway. I think either way he'll take that one of those fights, no matter who it is. I think Armin beats him. Oliveira is interesting because I don't know how where Oliveira's head will be. He lost to Islam. I'm not doubting Oliveira no more. Obviously, he beat Beneil. He beat Beneil. But now it seems like Beneil's just, he didn't look great in the Armin fight. How good truly is Beneil? So, and I believe Poirier Oliveira already fought, obviously. Oliveira won. But I think Poirier does have a chance against Oliveira if he stops going for guillotines. Like, I was getting so pissed watching it because I'm like, Benoit's controlling you on the ground, 10-8 of you on the ground, and you're jumping 10, at least 6 guillotines when he's hurt and rocked. And as soon as he stopped doing guillotines, he knocked him out. It's like what are you doing, man? Like, yeah, it almost worked against Khabib, but it didn't. It didn't work. That's the thing. Something can almost work, but if it's not working, why do you keep doing it? I don't get it. But yeah, honestly, good shit to Poirier. No title shot. I think winner of Oliveira Armin deserves a title shot, or winner of Holloway Gaethje deserves a title shot. But I want to see Gaethje. But obviously, the thing is, Islam's probably going to move up his next title defense. So if he does beat one of these guys, he's probably going to move up. That puts Armin or Oliveira in a bad place, and I think you do the interim title fight between both the winners. And if Makhachev does go up and beat Leon, he vacates the belt, and there you go. You have one of the champions throughout that fight. However, I don't think Islam will be Leon, and I think it's one of those scenarios where if Islam does move up and he loses to Leon, make him fight the interim champion. Problem solved. There you go. Easy as that. Poirier does not deserve a title shot, but he does deserve at least his next fight to be a top contender, and then we talk about title shots then. Moving on to not fucking Oliver, to Vera Sean O'Malley. If you didn't choose Sean O'Malley decision, I don't know what's wrong with you. You don't deserve to predict no more. Like, unless you just hate Sean O'Malley and you're like, you know what? I think he's gonna win. But I trust Vera. I believe in Vera. I like Vera. Yeah, okay, you're cool, man. Yeah, you're good. But I saw people. My friend was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put $1,000. Sean O'Malley, first round knockout." I'm like, "Who do you think he is?" He beat Alderman, yeah, but Alderman was standing up with him in the first round. I think he won the first round. And it takes time for Sean O'Malley to actually land the KO shot. He's really good at finding the KO shot, but it takes time for it. I think the KO shot that he had against Ver was the knee that sat him to one knee. But I chose O'Malley decision. Yes, he's a knockout artist, but yes, Cheeto Bear is immortal. Literally immortal. Like, there's nothing you can do to hurt him. He was, like, I just believed in him. I wanted Cheeto to win, because I don't like O'Malley that much, but I respect O'Malley 100%. He's the best striker in the UFC right now, by far, I would say. And, yeah, like I said, I like Cheeto. He's the only ever UFC I went to live was Cheeto versus Dominic Cruz, and I was rooting for him completely, but I knew he wasn't gonna win, and I got my pick right because I didn't believe in him. So it is what it is. Like I said, in total, I didn't do the whole card, but I did the fights that mattered to me. 6 out of 8. I'll take it, and it could have been 7 if Gilbert didn't get knocked down in the last round. So it really is what it is, you know. That fight could have worked out for me pretty easily. Um, let's see what other topic y'all want to move on to. We'll do Tai Tui Tybora. I wasn't able to get my predictions in. I did Verdict MMA, which, like, if I'm not able to make a video or something, I'll do Verdict so I can show proof and everything of what I picked. All you guys have to do is ask, but since no one's asking, it's like I might as well just not show. Um, I wasn't able to do the Gerald Mearshart, the GM3 fight. I would have picked him third round submission, but I think he submitted him the second round. I think he submitted Brian Barberena. Yeah, I would have won GM3. Obviously, third round submission. I don't trust Brian Barberena at all. And yeah, he showed me why I shouldn't. I did go Macy Chasson decision, but I believe she also got a sub. Macy Chasson's not bad, but like all women's fighters, they're not great. It's just that they're good enough to be the bad fighters, you know? So that's why I just went with Mace Chesson decision because I'm always gonna go decision female fights unless it's horrible, horrible matchup like Nunes, Ronda. I already predict Nunes gonna win that. Nunes, anyone, I'm just gonna pick Nunes. You know. In terms of the Christian Rodriguez fight, this is a sad fight. I've seen people saying worst robbery of all time in the UFC. I don't know about that one, but horrible top 5 worst robberies in the UFC history. Yeah, yeah, fuck yeah. Because the thing is, like I said, I chose Christian Rodriguez's decision. He lost the first 2 rounds, and then I think he 10-8'd in the third round. But if the third round was a 10-8 for him, then I think it was the first round to 10-8 for Bulgarian. It's like, either way, he loses that fight. At best, he draws. At best, he draws. And they said, nah, you won one of the first 2. How? Like, it's weird because it's like, it's you pick fights based on decision because you're like, oh, damage means more than wrestling, right? But if there's no damage, then it goes to wrestling. There was no damage in the first 2, and Bulgarian was the only one doing something. He was the only one wrestling. How do you not give that to him? Like, that's the scoring criteria. Control is second to damage, but if there is no damage, it's control. Very simple to understand. Bulgarian won the fight. Like I said, at best draw. I think draw personally, but I think even calling it a draw is a long shot, and I'm well aware of that. It's like you can't give that fight to him at all. I was vaguely watching. I'm not gonna lie. I was playing Madden with my friends. You just can't give that fight to him. I was a little behind because I was watching the fight on my phone. My brother was watching on TV. I just see him screaming, and he's just screaming like what over and over again. I go downstairs. I'm like, hold up. What did they do to my boy? What did they do? And just seeing him win, I got the perfect pick. I don't deserve that. I don't deserve that pick. He doesn't deserve that fight. This is sad for Dolgan. I mean, they're young. Like they're both young. Bulgarian has stuff he needs to work on, but like I said, he won that fight. I don't know how you ever give that to Christian Rodriguez. I didn't even have to be watching the fight. I watched like half the fight. I already understood who won. I already saw what was happening. It was pretty fucking easy to understand who won that fight. Judges kept their eyes on it the whole time. Worst decision. Top 5 worst decisions I've ever seen in my life. It's sad. It's really sad. But it is what it is. Moving on to the best fight on the card. Open St. Preux versus Kennedy. Oh my god, bro. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to pronounce the name. Nezuchuku? Something like that. Nezuchuku. Okay. I picked Nezuchuku, obviously. It's Owens. Need I say more? Nezuchuku, KO or decision? I chose KO, even though I know he doesn't really have power. But I'm going off the fact it's Owens. And I love Owens. Owens is probably one of my top 5 favorite fighters. Because even when he's losing a fight, clearly he's still in the fight. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, I feel like in all of his fights I've seen, even when he looks absolutely horrible, one of the worst fighters ever, he's still in the fight, and I don't get that, but I love that about him. In no universe should any light heavyweight right now at this point in time ever lose to Owens. Like I said, back then Owens was a monster. He was on the ground. How do you get outstruck by Owens? And you call yourself a striker. How do you get outstruck by Owens? I'm not lying. I'm not over exaggerating. He lost in striking to Owens, and he called himself a striker. Like Owens looked horrible. He couldn't throw a proper punch the whole fight, not a single one, and he was rocking you and knocked you down. Your defense, your offense, your striking. Go to wrestling. Retire, bro. You're losing to Owens, and you want to be champion. It's not gonna happen. It's. I'm sorry, bro. This is not for you. Like I'm confident to say, like if you're losing to Owens, bro, who else are you losing to? If you're losing to Owens, who else are you losing to, bro? You can't. You can't want to be a top contender or at least even a contender and lose to Owens. It's not. Like I said, I love Owens. I'm not trying to like get on his dick or anything. I'm not trying to just completely like discredit him. He won the fight, but he won the fight because his opponent, Nezuchuku, fucking. I'm just gonna call him Kennedy. I don't at this point, bro. Like we on first name basis at this point. If you find like that, we on first name basis. No respect. Just how? You can't want to be a contender if you're fighting like that. Easiest win of your life. Here, no, let me show you. Owens was like this the whole fight, just hands down, and then just the whole fight. That's all Owens did the whole fight, and he lost. And Kennedy lost. I don't get it. I don't know how he lost that. I'm taking way too much time on this fight. Fight of the night. Look at fight of the night. Who cares, bro? In terms of Brian Battle versus Anglosa, I chose Brian Battle decision. I already didn't get the GM3 fight. So I was like, okay, how Verdict works is you need points, you put a certain amount of multiplier on XP. Depending how much XP you get, it will multiply. Yeah, obviously it'll multiply. It's like betting, but fantasy betting, I guess. I chose Brian Battle decision, and I would have been correct. I would have been correct if Losa didn't. I don't know what to say. Like, yes, it was an eye poke. In the replay, they showed the eye poke. They showed Brian Battle getting headbutted. Brian Battle took more damage than you did getting eye poked, and he didn't say a word. He didn't say a fucking word. And Losa was like, "Oh, I can't see. I can't see. No, I can't see, bro." Like, and then as soon as the doctor turned around, he's like, and then the doctor looks away. He's like, "Hey, yeah, I can't see, bro. Like, I'm looking at you eye to eye, but you gotta understand, I can't see you." And he robbed Brian Battle of an amazing performance, probably performance of the night. And Brian Battle was completely right to say everything he said. He said you're a pussy. I'm pretty sure he said you're a fucking bitch for what you did. Yeah, yeah, he is. Like straight up, he is. And then Los has the audacity to be like, "I'll kill you right now. I will destroy you in the octagon." And you see, and the funniest part is you see his eyes, and he's like his eyes are as wide as they can. He's on cocaine. He's on fucking cocaine, and you see his eyes like pulsate. Like his eyes weren't even red, bro. Like if you got eye poked, which you did, like I said, you got eye poked, but your eyes gonna be irritated a little bit, and your eyes gonna be squinted a little bit. It wasn't. He was dead. He was dead ass staring at the doctor, saying, "I can't fight. DQ him. Fuck it. You can't fight. You lose." Like you can't be staring at someone like you're fucking like cocaine dealer or like just even an addict. You can't be staring at someone like that and be like, "Oh, I can't see you, bro. I can't see you, bro. The fight's over. DQ." He was getting his ass whooped by Brian Battle. I would have had that pick right. I would have had that fucking pick right. And he robbed me. He fucking robbed me. But moving on. Moving on, man. Not that I care, you know. I only got robbed out of a pick. Out of my XP. Out of my reputation. I lost to my brother because of that fight. Because I missed the GM3 fight. And because Brian Battle's perfect decision that I called got taken away from him. I lost because of that. Not only did Brian Battle lose, I lost. And I'm never forgiving him. I'm never forgiving Losa ever. I'm never gonna watch his fight. You know, I'll watch his fights, but I'm gonna clown him the whole way through. I'm gonna insult him. I'm gonna insult his family, but I'm gonna insult him, his cornermen, and I'm gonna be his biggest hater. D1 fucking hater. D1 dick rider. Dick rider in the sense I'm gonna hate him, not that I'm gonna fucking love him or some shit. Just, I'm just gonna hate him forever for the rest of my life. That win means everything to me. My picks mean everything to me. UFC means everything to me, and he robbed me. Anyway, moving on to Tai Boer versus Tai Tuivasa. Who's picking Tai? Who's picking Tai? If you're making Tai Boer an underdog, what do you like? What do you like? Thanks, I guess. Like thanks for making him an underdog. I looked at the verdict odds. He was a 4-1 underdog. I was expecting a 4-1 favorite. He was a 4-1 underdog, and I chose Tai Boer knockout fourth round. I didn't get the fourth round. I didn't get the knockout, but I put literally everything on Tybora. I was so confident, and Taito is. Oh my god. How did he fight Gon? How did he fight Bolt? How did he get this much of a successful career? Genuine. Let me see his win. Let me see his record real quick. I need to know who. I need to remember who's losing to this man. Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis lost to Taito Ivasa. Derek Lewis can wrestle somewhat. How do you not win that fight? If you can, Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy lost to Tai Tuivasa. If I see that fight, Tai Tui versus Greg Hardy right now, I'm picking Greg Hardy any day. I'm talking about Walmart Greg Hardy, not he not prime Greg Hardy where he's taking an inhaler and cheating and being his wife. I'm talking about now Walmart Greg Hardy. I'm taking him. I'm taking anyone over Ty. He's horrible. I love Ty, but right now it's what I have to do on this channel is I have to be brutally honest with you. His wrestling is the worst wrestling I've ever seen in UFC history. He's getting back taken and he's just sitting there. Does that make sense? He Tybor is too high on the back. He doesn't have the best control. I don't even think he had a body triangle in. And Taitui's just sitting there on all fours waiting to get fucked. Waiting to be demasculated. And he did. In that fight, he got demasculated. Props to you, man. Props to you, you're throwing elbows to the body. Like, I actually thought Ty had a chance because of his leg kicks. He threw 2 leg kicks, they landed perfectly, he never threw them again. He never threw them again, and only threw elbows to the body. He could have won that fight. Tybor got hurt. He got cut. He got nasty elbow to the head. Tai Tui could have won that fight. He doesn't want to win no more. He doesn't want to fight no more. He doesn't want to be a contender no more. It hurts. It hurts, bro. But he's fucking trash. It hurts, but he's trash. I don't even trust his striking no more. I don't. Volkov destroyed him. And Volkov's a great name. Great fighter. He can Ezekiel choke people, apparently. And we already knew he was one of the best strikers. I'm never picking Ty again. Don't cut him. But make him fight Rosenstruck at this point. Because I think Ty's still gonna be like contender 13 or something like this. Hell, Gazzy, if you want another shot at Tai Tui, you'll win. You'll win. You want another shot at him? Give it to him. Rosenstrike. You want a shot at the title, bro? You want to get close to the title? Fight Tai Tui, we'll give you a top contender right now. That's what I'm doing. 2 big names and 1 clear winner. Like, I don't know. You gotta give Tai Tui a horrible name for me to ever pick him again. Like, give him like Dontel Mays. Like, I'm not lying, bro. Give him Parker Porter. I might pick Parker Porter. I might. Give him give him Cain Velasquez. I'm just gonna pick Cain Velasquez. His knee don't even work. Didn't he go to jail? Like his knee doesn't work anymore. He can't walk. I'm picking Cain Velasquez. Like it's, and I'm not joking. Like it's that bad. Never picking Tai Tui again. I still love you, Ty, but I don't want to see you get beaten no more, man. Retire on a decent note. Say, hey, I had a good run. I was top of the world. That, or you take Tony Ferguson down Cerrone route, and you make money while losing. I don't even think Tony's doing it for the money no more. I think he just wants to win. I think it's criminally insane. Take the Cerrone route. You're just fighting so that you can make money, and then dip. Hell, go on a 7-fight loss streak. As long as you're making money and supporting your family, that's all I care about. But fight some cool people on the way. Make the fights look pretty close at least, so they can say, "Oh, he's not done." We saw glimpses of the old Ty there against Parker Porter and Mark Hamill. Like, do that, bro. I'm rooting for you always, but I'm never picking you. In terms of the not that I saw a horrible card. I saw something horrible I did not want to see. But in terms of Panda fight versus Steve Ursa, I'm excited. I'm really excited for the matchup. It's the worst main event I've ever seen in my life. That's not true. The worst main event I've ever seen in my life is Tony Ferguson versus Nate Diaz as a pay per view main event. I don't get it, but it is what it is. Worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, bro, this and I saw Aldo and Martinez would be the co-main. Mm-mm. This might be the worst card I've ever seen. Besides, obviously, Tony Ferguson and Diaz, which I think the co-main was like Jemai of Holland, and the fight before that was the Leech versus D-Rod. I think. Yeah, that was it. Leech versus D-Rod. I think. Or was it Switch? It was something stupid, bro. It was something so stupid. It was just a bad card in general. And honestly, fuck it, man. Steve Erceg, yeah, Pantoja, great fight. Like I said, I'm rooting for Hill, but Pereira, if you're actually gonna take this turnaround, if I can get a guarantee Pereira's taking this turnaround on 301, Pereira, just win. Just win at this point, please. And maybe fight Aspinall. You're not gonna fight Aspinall, you wanna fight Ankalaev, but Pereira, just win at this point, bro. If you're guaranteed gonna turn around, just win. Please. Like this is might be the worst card I've ever seen. Yes, I don't like Brazil fans. They walked out on Glover's retirement. How dare you? They poured drinks on Brandon Moreno. What's wrong with you? Like you're one of the worst fan bases I've ever seen in my life. You probably are the number one. But you don't deserve a good card, Brazil. You don't. But I deserve a good card. I want to see a good card. I want to see the UFC do well, and that's it. For me, do it for me, Pereira. I know you don't know who I am. I know I want you to lose to Jamal Hill, but do it for me. And then, and Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage is a UFC 300 main card fight against Bo Nickel. If I'm fine with Bo being on UFC 300 main card against a top 15, not a top 50, a top 15, or not even a top 15, make him fight a Liskarov. Make him fight anyone else but Cody Brundage. Make him fight Munoz. Like, I don't care. Just, you can't put him above Aljamain. You can't put him above Aljamain. Sadiq. You can't put him above these people. Take him off. Take him off. I don't want to see him. Please. I'm, he doesn't deserve to be there. Cody Brundage doesn't deserve to be there. And it hurts. It really hurts. Fucking hell. Okay. You know what? Okay, moving on to the next topic before I get mad. I really have to take a huge shit right now, but I got two more topics I want to discuss and we'll be good. Colby versus Ian Gary. Worst videos I've ever seen. The cringiest videos I've ever seen in my life. The worst fight promotion I've ever seen in my life. And I want to see the fight. I want to see the press conference. I want to see the fight. I'm thinking fight night main event or main card fight. Put it on 301 or 302. I'm fine with that. Don't you dare. Don't you dare tell me this was for nothing. Don't you dare tell me I watched those cringe videos. The, hey, what's up, nerds and virgins? And then he's just stuttering over words. Don't tell me I watched those fucking videos, those promotional shit. Don't tell me I watched that for nothing. And that Ian Gary accent, bro. I hate him. I hate Ian Gary, bro. I hate him so much. First off, he showed his hand with a clock and it says, "Don't you dare tell me what to do. You sit down and you shut up." His main line. You sit down, you shut up, and you do what you're told. What? He can't tell to his wife who's banging another man literally in his home, in his bed. In his fucking bed, banging another man. Ian Cuck Gary. Ian Cuck fucking Gary, bro. I hate it. But I want to see the fight so bad. I'm taking Colby. Yeah, I don't like Colby. Saying that Leon Edwards is my favorite fighter, I obviously don't like Colby. But I hate Ian Gary even more. I never thought I'd find someone worse than Colby. And it's Ian Gary. And the fact that he thinks he's gonna beat Colby is insane. Colby can fight like he did against Leon, and I'm still taking Colby. Because at least Colby wants to win. If Jeff Neal threw one overhand and even grazed Ian Gary, he would have won that split decision. Colby's gonna not destroy, maybe destroy if we see old Colby. But Colby's beating Ian Gary. Like, it's fucking sad. It's sad. I want to see the fight. I don't care. Let's do it. My computer's dying. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see it though. Last topic of the day: Ultimate Fighters. I believe it's middleweight and something in the lower weight class. I forgot. They're great fighters. They're amazing fighters. And you couldn't pick. First off, they're all men, which I like. That's what I want. I want all men. That sounds horrible. That sounds gay. Not that gay is a problem. I support gays. They're all men, and you chose a female fight. You chose female coaches. It's a middleweight, and you chose female coaches. Shevchenko and Grasso, who barely speak English. I know there's people from everywhere, but I think there's only one Mexican, and I don't think. What is Shevchenko? I don't remember what she is. She's fucking Siberian, Polish. I don't fucking remember, but no one's from where she is. I'm pretty sure. If not, there's only one. Get people who can speak English. I'm not trying to be like that. Look, I'm not trying to be like I only speak English, but you gotta admit, English is a universal language, and with all these different like races, all these different cultures and people, you gotta at least have a universal language. You got people from South Africa fighting and stuff like that. It's insane, and it's so much good talent, and it's being wasted. You could have done Ultimate Fighter, not Ian Gary versus Colby, but you could have done Israel Duplessis. I could you imagine Duplessis chooses his own teammate, which I'm pretty sure his teammate is the South African dude. Great fighter. I'm blanking on his name, but he actually is a good fighter, has a good record, good reputation. Could you imagine that? He has his teammate in there, he's supporting his teammate. Drickus Israel, or run it back, Sean Drickus. Any fight I would have taken fucking Edson Barboza as a coach over Grasso and Shevchenko. I like Grasso. Fine as fuck. Great fighter. Well, I mean, you know, I think she's great where it counts, and she's a fun fighter to watch. Something Shevchenko will never be. But yeah, bro, give us any other people who speak English. Shevchenko speaks English, but she's like, I do this for my country. Like, bro, what do you? I'm not gonna insult you. At least you speak English. But you need a universal language. You need people who actually understand. You have women fighters teaching middleweights, which is exactly what I'm saying. Get a middleweight in there. Get Cannonier Costa. Get one of them. Like, where's Cannonier? He's not doing anything. Yeah, let's see, what's the fight that's not made yet? Aspinall Curtis. Get Aspinall Curtis Blades in there. Easy. Done. You got people who understand. people who can actually teach other people. Grasso and Shevchenko won't be able to teach, and I'd be surprised if any of these Ultimate Fighter contestants end up to be something with their coaching. I don't think any of them are going to listen or learn anything from them. I just think that their records are already good enough to the point where they could actually be good in the UFC. And I think that Dana knows that. That's why he's just picking any fight, and he's like, you know what? They're going to be good no matter what. They're going to be good no matter what, and I'm fine with that. I'm going to watch it. Great contenders in there. I can't deal with the coaching. Dana, what are you doing to us, man? Genuine question. What are you doing? I just put in. I can think of at least 20 different matchups if you give me like 20 minutes. A matchup per minute, easy. And I can think of reasons why they would be good. And this would not be one of them. But, like, I gotta take a shit. My computer's dying. I don't think there's much more to recap on. And I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. So, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want. Obviously, you don't have to. I would actually I'd really appreciate if anyone actually gives me tips on how to make better videos. I'm gonna get a face cam later on because it's something I like, even if I don't get any money from this, which I don't plan to. I still want to finance myself and get myself the proper equipment. And yeah, that's my event recap. Like I said, hopefully I had never had to make another one of these.